It's in, and Julia Wandelt has been found guilty of harassment, but not guilty of stalking. And Karen Spragg has been found not guilty for harassment and stalking. And for Julia Wandelt, who has been on remand in prison since February, she was actually given the sentence of 6 months. So that will actually fall into the time served. So as far as we know, at this point, Julia Wandelt has been found guilty of harassment, and rightly so. I'm a bit surprised about the stalking side, but nonetheless. But she got 6 months, so that will be the lesser harassment, because you've got severe harassment that you're looking at up to 10 years. Whereas in this case, she's got the maximum 6 months, and that was given to her by Mrs Justice Cutts. And I assume Karen, obviously, she's free to go. And I'm assuming now, time served, that I'm hoping that means for Julia, she can leave and maybe go back to Poland, and that's the end of it. The DNA, that's proof she's not Madeleine, so that's the end of that. Literally zero apologies in all my messages for all the insults I got, but there we go, we're right. Happy days. If you're right, let me know in the comments. It was obvious. DNA wasn't even needed. You can just look at Julia and she looks nothing like the McCanns, but nonetheless. But there we have it. That literally all that court, all those days, we've heard absolutely everything, and it's come out that she was found guilty of harassing the McCann family. So that's fantastic in anyone's book. I think it's probably the right decision to have her say 6 months. I was a bit disappointed with the stalking, because I thought maybe, if you're messaging over 60 times in a day and you're sending like 7 messages or 5 messages in 7 seconds, and you're going here, there, and everywhere, claiming you're this, that, and everything else, demanding DNA test and getting a DNA test, and then saying, oh, no, that's not the result I wanted, so I'll ignore it. I'll have another DNA test. No, that's not the result I wanted, so I'll ignore it. Let's carry on with this sham. Julia is a liar, a fraud, and a con. She's been called out for that in court, which is absolutely fantastic. But the police did do a DNA test, and it's conclusive. She's not Madeleine, so just that's the end of it. Let's put it to bed. But I mean, where does that leave the McCanns? I mean, are they going to have the concern that it could happen again? I mean, could it happen again? Even like actually being Julia as well. But Justice Cutts did actually address Julia as she delivered her sentencing remarks. She said she accepted evidence of Julia being abused as a child, adding it did not have an easy childhood. Doesn't give her an excuse to do what she's done, but that does not justify the way he behaved. Exactly, she said. It's been confirmed in this case you are not Madeleine McCann. There was not proper or logical basis for this. Continuing her remarks, Justice Cutts said, what you should not have done is behave as you did to the McCanns. They too were entitled to leave matters with the police and refuse to engage with you, particularly in the sad circumstances they live. They have suffered with the disappearance of their young child for many years. Your constant pestering, badgering, and eventual attendance at their home address on a dark evening in December was unwarranted. You had been properly warned to desist, but did not. You continued to contact the McCanns and their friends, and worse still, their children. Miss Justice Cutts told Julia she caused distress to both the McCanns, particularly Kate. So there we have it. And she was sentenced to 6 months in prison by Mrs. Justice Cutts, but that will come under the time she'd already served. So there we have it. In a nutshell. What can we say? What can we say? You have to let me know what you think in the comments, because I think maybe in this case we should say, yeah, justice is done, and then it's time for Julia to go home, get a proper job, and that's the end of it. But hallelujah, we got there. Julia is not Madeleine, like I've said all along, but it's been absolute 100% boom, DNA. There you go. You are not Madeleine McCann. So brilliant. And that's this court case all said and done. That's it. Wow. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. But nonetheless, I think the outcome, happy days. And maybe Julia could get the help she deserves. But let me know what you think in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know. But until the next video, ensure in I was going to say in pure disbelief. Is it pure disbelief? No, I suppose it's not that she got away with the stalking charge. No, not really. I'm happy she got the harassment. I'm trying to think, even if that would that be enough to stop her? I mean, blimey, I don't know. My brain's going to be on it for a while. But let me know what you think in the comments, like I said. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that is the wizard's words.